How to have more energy. This is my biggest struggle currently, and I'm sure that you probably struggle with this as well. And I'm not going to tell you anything that you've never heard before. I'm literally just going to repeat the principles that literally every other podcaster, every single scientist and doctor has yelled and screamed from the rooftops, and I hope that you actually listen for once. First thing is sleep. Dude, I'm sure you've heard all of the science behind it. You know how important sleep is. You know that the reason you feel tired and they don't have energy is probably because you're not sleeping enough. And if we almost kind of take our experience as humans of being sleep deprived as inevitable in some ways because of just how chaotic life is, how difficult it is to stay strict to a routine like that. The way you need to reframe sleep is to prioritize it, right? You need to make sleep almost like brushing your teeth, like something that you must do. Like, make your bedtime a priority. Like, schedule it into your calendar. Like, I've literally scheduled it into my calendar. My sleep is scheduled into my calendar. So I can't just have something I can't just give myself an excuse to not go to bed on time because I've literally made sure that there's not a single thing that can be scheduled that can interfere with my sleep because I've made it a priority. And so most people have terrible sleep because they don't prioritize it. They know that it's important, but they don't treat it that way. They don't treat it as important. And so what you need to do is prioritize the fact that, oh, I feel like crap most days. I don't have energy. I don't feel like doing things, whatever, whatever. And it's probably because of my terrible sleep, but I'll still go out and hang out with friends and drink and party and stay up late answering emails or working. And I'll still do it because even though I know that it'll make my sleep shit, I'll still do it because I want to feel productive. I want to feel like I'm living my best life. That's fine if that's your priority. If your priority is to literally live your best life, then go out every night and have at it. But if your priority is, a little bit deeper, a little bit more personal, and you actually care about your health and your well-being and your presence day to day, then you better make sleep a fucking priority. You better make your going to bed on time something that you just do, right? Like, make it known. Start telling people this. I go to bed early. This is when I go to bed, right? And you don't need to adjust your schedule for other people. They should fucking know that this is a priority for you. You need to voice it out. And the cool thing is, like, once you make people aware of this, they have less expectations of you. They know, like, they'll invite you to less things that are late at night because they know, oh yeah, this guy Ryan, he goes to bed on time. He goes to bed, no, not on time. He goes to bed early, so I'm not gonna invite him out to this late night party, whatever, right? And the other cool thing is they hold you accountable, right? So when you tell people that you're gonna try to go to bed a little bit earlier than usual, and that's like something you want to work on, like that you're seriously prioritizing, then they will hold you accountable, right? Because if you don't, then you're just full of shit, and they'll know that. But since you've told them, you've almost kind of invested into this thing of going to bed early, going to bed on time. And I've been saying go to bed on time because this is a much bigger priority than when you wake up, right? Because you can 100% emotionally detach yourself from the decision of when you want to go to bed, right? You can physically put yourself into a bed and rest your head on a pillow and close your eyes at whatever fucking time. I don't care if it's 12 p.m. at noon or 1 a.m. at night. It doesn't matter, right? You decide when you want to go to bed. So you have 100% control over this. I don't care. Like, if you make this a priority, you put this into your calendar, you can make sleep a priority. And I get it if you have kids or you have, I don't know, you work a night shift or something that's different. Circumstances are weird, but there are ways for you to still optimize your sleep. I mean, I'm sure you've heard all of it. I'm just going to give you a quick bullet point rundown. Go to bed and wake up at the same time. Um, Make sure your room's kind of cold. White noise or balanced noise in the background. Um, Sunlight in the morning helps. Drink a lot of water. Don't go on your phone before going to bed. All those things, right? Will help you to sleep better. Read before bed instead of going. If you need something to kind of ease into sleep, read like a nonfiction, like a really boring book. It'll put you right to bed. Trust me. Um, yeah, sleep is the first key principle, and unless you prioritize it, it's never gonna be right. Like your sleep's never gonna it's never gonna magically fix itself unless you want to fix it. So if you have different priorities, then whatever. But um, this is the number one thing. Like if you think that your energy levels have just been shit, like, and trust me, whenever you actually are full of energy, your life is so much better. Like you actually see the world in a different way, and it's honestly magical. But most people don't experience that because they're constantly sleep deprived, and they're doing the rest of this shit on this list that we're about to get into. All right, the next thing is diet. Um, the reason why you feel like it's literally boils down to one thing. It's sugar, right? I don't care what else you eat. If you can cut out sugar, your energy levels will literally increase by tenfold. Like you can still eat shit. You can still eat like crap, but if you can cut out as much added sugars and just sugar in general from your diet, your energy levels will literally skyrocket. I'm not even kidding. I'm sure you've heard about how bad sugar is. It's just I'm not even gonna get into it. It's just bad. Just cut it out. Like you don't need it. If there's one thing you don't need it, you don't need a fancy diet. You don't need to go low carb. You don't need to do all this. Just cut sugar out of your fucking diet, and that'll solve so many of your problems. Right? You can start easy. Start with soda. Right? Who actually needs soda? It doesn't even taste that good, honestly. Like you don't need to fucking drink soda. That's the easiest one to cut out. It's like the highest pain, the highest negative effect thing that's in your diet that you can easily remove, right? It's the easiest one to remove as well. So that is the highest leverage thing you can start with. Just start removing soda, then remove things like candy, junk, and then eventually work your way down until you reach like fruits and start to limit your fruit intake. And I'm not saying you can't eat sugar, but find better alternatives. Start easy. Remove the things that you genuinely don't need in your life, right? Optimize your environment, right? So if you don't have donuts on the kitchen table, then you can't eat the donuts. If you don't have soda in the fridge, then you can't drink soda, right? So all you need to do is not buy the shit. All you need to do is not buy this unhealthy crap, to not have it in your environment, and you'll eat it less, right? You physically cannot eat something that's not there, right? So the only willpower you need is to not buy it at the store. So just resist that temptation. Just don't buy the thing at the store. Don't go out of your way to stop by the donut shop, right? And the cool thing is you'll start saving money. All right, the next thing is pick the right work. Obviously this is a lot more complicated. You gotta go through the whole process of finding a job, of starting a business, if that's your thing. Whatever it is, it's hard, it's complicated, it is going to be full of suffering and failure and pain, and you're not going to want to do it, and it's painful. Yeah, it's finding the right work is honestly a journey that might take a lifetime to find the thing that you want to spend the rest of your life doing. But if you do find something that you actually enjoy, that you actually find a lot of purpose in, then it will not suck your energy. Surprisingly, whenever you do work that you actually enjoy, you actually have energy for it. You actually pour energy into it. You bring more energy to the table instead of having it suck from you, right? A bad job that's not aligned with who you are will suck your energy constantly. Like you'll hate it. You'll dread showing up to work to do that thing. And so that's not what you need to be doing. It might pay well, it might, cover the bills, but let's be honest, that's going to suck your energy. And if your priority is the way you feel and how energetic you feel and how good you feel on a day-to-day, then this needs to be a priority, right? Same with sleep and diet. You need to prioritize these things, otherwise nothing's going to get fixed. It's all just going to be the same perpetual cycle of you feeling more and more sucky every day. So pick the right work. I know it's complicated, but start to think about like, what it is you want to spend your life doing, right? Think about what you enjoy doing. And another hack you can do is invert this. Instead of trying to find the thing that you want to do for work, the thing that you'd love to do, the thing that you'd be obsessed over, figure out what you would not want to do. Figure out what work you don't want to do. Odds are it's probably the thing you're doing right now and a bunch of other things. And then all you need to do is not do them. And you'll quickly find that the work that you actually end up finding is something you enjoy, something that is actually not that bad. So, and then finally, is to extend your seasons of work and play into longer time periods, right? Instead of viewing work-life balance and work play as this day-to-day thing, do it in terms of sprints, right? So you work for really, really hard for a decent amount, like for months, but then you take a month off to relax, to recover, right? This is how you have energy. You don't have energy by trying to balance it every single day. You don't have energy by trying to just fix your life every single day so that you can have balance after you get out of work. It never works that way. It never, ever, ever works out that way. You have to extend the perceptions of work out onto a longer time horizon so that you can sprint when you need to sprint and you can recover when you need to recover. And this is how you recoup the energy that you've lost. On certain days, it'll feel terrible. You'll feel like you have no energy. That is good because if those are on the work days, then you're leaving nothing in the tank, and that means you're working hard enough towards your goals, towards whatever. That's good. And then on the recovery days, I hope that you're going to start to build up the energy again. I hope that you're going to the beach, sipping coconuts, sunbathing, whatever it is, and you're relaxing and you're recovering from the intense period of work. This is how you get more energy. It's not complicated. It's not any woo-woo magic. It's not about, working hard now so you can enjoy life later. That's fucking bullshit. It's about prioritizing things that actually are very, very important in your life that you've kind of neglected. So prioritize your sleep, fix your diet, and then pick the work that you actually enjoy by figuring out what you don't want to do. And extend your periods of work into longer sprints and allocate longer amounts of time for recovery. Goodbye.